Ella Society. I'm Vanessa, and of course, we are talking about love today. Love is in the air. It's so appropriate. It's Valentine's Day. And of course, I have three lovely ladies with me here today. I have Karen Tan, founder and MD of Timeless Events and Entertainment. Datin Kamariah Jamaluddin, founder of Selagi Ada Kasih Sendirian Berhad. And Leona Lim, product manager of Enchanter. Did I say that right?
Yes, that's
Enchanter.
Right. It's nice to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. And you know why you ladies are here today, right? I'm sure you have a lot of love in your heart.
We do. I believe we do, right?
Yeah. I wanted to ask each and every one of you, how do you actually define love itself? Or what is love to you, Karen?
Love to me is something that's very beautiful. Yeah, it's something whereby you can actually share with your family members, with your friends, and with everyone that comes in contact with you.
Yeah. So, and yourself, Datin?
To me, love is why we are here today. You know, in fact, it's a lovely gift from God.
True.
Yeah, where it is blessed. We are very blessed to be on this earth, and to appreciate whatever is around us.
Yeah.
Everywhere is love, actually.
It's true.
What is created around us is all out of love. Yeah, we are actually here today. Even Karen and Leona is all as a result of love.
True.
Yeah, from our parents and
yeah, there's so many forms of love.
Yes,
if you look at
yes.
it. Yeah. Leona, yourself, how would you define love?
I think love is a special bond between two people who bring out the best in one another.
Yeah. Wow, a lot. But I want to ask you, do you love yourself, ladies? And when I say that, I don't mean it in a way like, oh, I love myself. No, I mean, do you actually love? I think it's important. How do you love yourself?
Well, in order to love others, you need to first know how to love ourselves.
Yeah.
Because that's the first part that we need to know.
It's like the song goes, learning to love yourself. One of the greatest gifts of all.
I've not heard that one.
The song? Have you heard the song?
I don't think so.
Well, I better not sing on that. Never mind. But basically, I guess but it is true, you know. So, but I want to ask you, how do you love yourself? I know now that you do love yourselves, but how do you love yourself? Like, what are the things that you do to yourself to love yourself?
Well, what I would say is day in, day out, all of us work so hard. Yeah, we definitely need to learn how to pamper ourselves.
Okay.
You can go to the spa, you can go for facial, go for shopping.
Shopping therapy is one way of loving ourselves. Datin,
to me, I like to share that it's a very basic thing, fundamental, you know. It is, if we take, for example, the analogy of a seed, how it can grow, you know, into a plant.
Yes.
So are we, actually, and everybody else, you know, where we needed love to be, nurtured with love.
Yes.
Yeah, so that the feeling is always good.
It is always great and good.
And this is where, with the strength that is given to us, you know, and how we are today through our parents' guidance, you know, during childhood, and how they are brought, we are brought to this world.
To this world and everything.
Yeah, this is where, to me, love is a basic, fundamental
part of life.
Yes.
Well, I want to ask Leona about. Maybe I'll ask you after this.
Yeah.
We've asked the public, do they love themselves? How do they love themselves? Well, let's take a look at what they have to say out there.
Yes, of course I do. Very much. Most probably my character and my attitude.
Yes, very much. I like to mix around with people. I like to talk. I like to share knowledge, information with people.
Yes, I do. Mostly about the attitudes and personality.
Yes, I think so. I do what I like, eat what I like, and do what I like.
Of course, that's for sure. Well, I've been working out, and then I've been taking care of my health and body.
Of course, I do love myself very much. To love yourself is important for your well-being of your inner self. And of course, when you love yourself more, others can actually feel it as well. And you're kind of like spreading the love.
If I love myself, That would be a very interesting question, because if you do not love yourself, you're most likely going to be committing suicide, won't you? Guess it's just taking care of yourself and reinforcement and positive thinking. Just living your life as what you want it to be.
Of course, I love myself because I think it's important for you to love yourself first before other people can love you and appreciate you for who you are.
Yes, I love myself because I'm me. There's nobody else like me, and I feel that even though we are all the same, we are all unique.
Some very interesting, well, not facts, but comments from the public about loving themselves. And one very interesting one was like, if you don't love yourself, it can actually lead to suicide sometimes. I wanted to ask Leona, I mean, I didn't ask you earlier, how do you love yourself? But what do you think about that comment as well?
Well, I think, yes, if you don't love yourself, then that might lead to suicide ideation. But I think one good way of loving yourself is to always have some time out. I agree with Karen. Sometimes we get caught up in the day-to-day hecticness of life that we often forget. Yeah, we forget to pamper ourselves at the end of the day. Kick back, relax, maybe read a book, have a glass of wine, that kind of thing.
And the comment about you need to learn to love yourself before you love others. In a way, I mean, I agree. Like, I always say to someone when it comes to relationships, before you actually go into a relationship, you shouldn't be saying, I'm half empty. You should be a full person going in that relationship to complement the other person. So you need to learn to love yourself. If not, it could affect. Do you agree? Like, if you're always self-loading, like, I'm not worth it, I'm not this, I'm not good enough. What do you think of? Is that a way that you actually don't love yourself, by putting yourself down all the time? That's not loving yourself, right?
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, what do you think about? Have you ever done that? I mean, I'm sure we're all guilty of that.
Well, I would actually say, I think from a lady's point of view, we have the tendency of looking at ourselves in the mirror. Okay, and that always happens after someone has gone through like a breakup. Then you stand in front of the mirror and you just tell yourself like, look at me, I've put on so much weight. You know, I have gone up to like 80, 90 kg. What is wrong with me? You know, and things like that. And we'll start telling ourselves how I wish I can be slimmer, taller, and things like that. But then again, when we eventually break out of it, we can tell ourselves, hey, we have got 2 eyes, 1 nose, 1 mouth. You know, there's nothing wrong with us. You know, we are normal.
Actually, I like that point, because I want to ask Datin as well about that. Like, sometimes, you know, people complain. You go like, oh, I don't have enough of this, I don't have enough of that. Sometimes we need to stop and remember that there are other people out there who have so much less than us. And, you know, and we can actually show them love if we learn to. What do you think about that? Like, when people have a lot of self-loathing.
I feel they need to let go. Yeah, like, for instance, we are at an advantage because being a lady, we have all many roles. We can be the mother, you can be the daughter, the wife, and mother-in-law, you know, etc. So to me, it is how you treat yourself, you know, in handling the expectations of others, because in this current scenario, we are into so much of the rat race, where we forgot to smell the flowers sometimes. You know?
Like they say, stop and smell the flowers occasionally.
And it is a wonder. Like in my case, I have experienced that phase of life, the journey where you are running around, you know, juggling time, you know, to make sure the household is in order, the office is in order.
You're always giving to other people.
Yes.
First,
so now it's time for myself to actually look into deeply. Because love is something that you have to contextualize it deeply. It's not just, you know, like having flowers or jewelries, what for that matter.
It's not just a physical or tangible stuff.
It's very deep, where you have to look into yourself, and that's where you can appreciate things better.
A bit more.
Yeah, as I grow older, when I look back where my parents have sacrificed and, you know, look after all of us, you know, during those days, there's no maid, you know, they have to, you know.
It's a lot of us, well, they won't call it sacrifice, but in a way, they showed us a lot of love. Well, we'll be continuing our lovely topic after the break, so we'll still be talking to our guests about learning to love yourself a little more. This is what we have when we come back. As we continue with our guests and our quest for love and loving yourself more, you need to accept yourself, forgive yourself, and be good to yourself. All these wonderful things in life can actually come to you if you take note of it.
What's up, Kuala Lumpur? I'm Avril Lavigne, obviously. And I'm coming to Stadium Merdeka February 18th with the Black Star Tour. So I'm really excited to come to Kuala Lumpur, and I hope you guys come check out the show.
The Punk Princess is going to be back in KL City for a concert. Yes, Avril Lavigne is back for the Black Star Tour and will be performing on the 18th of February at Stadium Merdeka. Take your lucky Black Star because Bella and Sony Music are giving away Avril Lavigne merchandise and concert passes. You know the drill. Like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/BellaNTV7 to find out how you can win. Good luck.
Damn, 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 what I do to have you here.
Be yourself, and confidently sharing is loving.
If you find some things are happy moments you would definitely would like to share with your friends and family.
Never be lazy. Be active most of the time.
Just live the life that you want to live.
Stay positive. Always appreciate yourself.
To be yourself and to love yourself.
Bella, as you see, it's all about love. And what Julia Roberts says is very true. Can be very sad, but it's actually very true as well. Sometimes learning to love someone is actually seeing them be happy. Their happiness, it might not be your happiness, but that's also part of love. But I have my three wonderful guests here with me. We've been talking about love, love, love all the way. So I wanted to ask you a question, all of you. What brings you the most joy? Maybe I start with Leona. What brings you the most joy?
Well, I am guilty of self-indulging a lot. So how I go about seeking joy is by traveling.
I love that.
Seeing new things, seeing new places, meeting new people. That gives me a lot of joy. Just expanding my horizons.
I love that. Wow. How about yourself, Datin? What gives you the most joy?
Well,
it could be food. It could be anything.
Well, I did it through a book actually. How I dedicated a book for my mom.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, and this is where I express all my love to her through cooking. Even though it sounds very simple, but the process of getting a dish on the table, you know, how she puts all the love in into the ingredients, the food, and there we have it served.
I love that. Yeah. And it goes into your tummy. A lot of love and a lot of warmth.
Yeah. I did the book sometime in year 2009 where I dedicated it to her, where we had lots of anecdotes during our childhood. My childhood, not hers, but where we shared how we were young, you know. Then, and at the same time now, 2 more books are coming up for me. It's again along the same theme.
Same theme and a lot of love. I'm sure there's a lot of love in it.
And the second one is an e-book. It's not hard copy.
Wow. Following the times.
Yes, changing with time, you know. And this is where I would like to share that it is also about love, but it is in Bahasa.
Oh, it's in Bahasa.
Belayan Jiwa.
Oh, Belayan Jiwa, like the song.
Yes,
that's a nice one.
Where we have kasih and budi bersemi kembali, where we have love and gratitude, you know, put together. It is with the help of my friend. I think she's watching.
Okay,
hello, yeah. We collaborated together with another lady in Abu Dhabi. She's staying there because of posting, her husband's posting. And her name is Sanita. And the third one is in the pipeline.
The pipeline.
Yeah. And this is also about memories.
Memories.
Yeah, glimpses of memories. mean, through the eyes of a 13-year-old boy, where how he lives with the family
and everything.
And
it sounds really great. Can't wait to see all this.
Yes,
and
yes.
And yourself, Karen, I'm interested to hear what you do for joy. What joy makes you joyful?
Well, I would agree with Datin. I love to cook. I love to bake also. And I believe the special ingredient in our cooking is a dash of love.
Oh, I love that. A little dash of love right in there.
Yeah, and that is like the special ingredient.
But it's true, it's the effort and everything that what makes the dish a love. But you know what? We have some comments from the public as well. What makes them feel good? Let's take a look at what they have to say.
My family, my children, and my colleagues.
It's not something that I can buy. Probably it's my own confidence.
Definitely, you can see my size. Eating make me feel very, very good.
Being with my friends and family, with the people that I like, and having a job that I like.
There is a say about happy hormones. Whenever you work out, start exercising, you'll feel happy.
Pampering and also rewarding myself most of the time, and also reflecting. And it takes like a time to think what I have been done and what I'm going to do next.
Shopping and also find something nice things that I never seen it before.
A good book, a good show, and good company.
Most of all, money. If you're talking about material things, the thing that I want most is to be at home with my family and my pet.
Friends, food, nice food. That really makes me nice about myself.
I love it. All these comments about some is about food, some is about working out, and well, as you can see, I mean, for myself, what I love as well, I mean, what makes me happy is actually my family as well, spending time with my family. Food, yes, I'm guilty. I love my food as well, but also doing a crazy workout. I don't know. It makes me feel good after that. Like, the good adrenaline, pumping in your system. But different from that part, I mean, what do you think? I mean, those comments you shared of the joy that it brings you and everything. What about some people who, I think a lot of time, people don't love themselves because they can't learn to accept themselves or learn to forgive themselves. What do you think about that? I'm sure, if you can't forgive, for example, maybe you've not experienced it, but people who cannot forgive themselves for something they did in the past, and that, what do you think? Do you have friends like that, or?
Well, I've been through that phase myself, where when you went through a horrible breakup, and then you have friends telling you like, let go and let God, take the lead. Take the lead. Yeah, it's time to move on and do not look back.
Not look back.
So that's the same advice. I've counseled a lot of couples and friends myself, and that's normally what I tell them. It's time for you to let go. You have to clear all the skeletons that are in your closet. And really bury them, burn them, and don't look back. And start off everything brand new again, a brand new chapter.
Because a lot of people, I think, if they can't forgive themselves or they can't accept certain things, then they will never learn to move on. I mean, do you agree, Leona, with that? Or?
Well, definitely. I feel that the mindset that we need to adopt is to accept the things that you cannot change and to have the strength to change the things that you still can.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yes.
Yeah, and then once you're in that mindset, you can learn to love yourself a bit more, although easier said than done. But once you do that, then you start to radiate confidence, and that's when people get drawn in.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. How about you, Datin? Have you ever, you yourself experienced where that sort of thing, like in your family, anyone who?
Well, it's not the episode of forgiving, but it's more having my daughter going away for studies. The distance make us closer.
Wow, yeah.
Because she used to, a teenager, she used to rebel
Which
some.
is normal.
Yeah, very, very familiar things. Yeah, and now it gets us closer together because she's away in the States and she just left about 6 months ago.
Wow. I think it's her learning to appreciate you as well. Because I think sometimes when you go away from your comfort zone or, when you're away, then you learn to realize what you have at home, the love you have at home.
What she misses.
What you miss.
I think she will definitely miss mommy's cooking. I mean, a lot of people say, home cooked meal is indeed the best. And mom, you're looking at this right now. Your home cooked meal is the best.
I love it. Shout out to mommies out there. I mean, and I want to ask you, it's Valentine's Day. Any special plans? Anything happening? Because we're talking about love today.
Well, for me is I've been hearing my single friends and my friends who are couples telling me, Valentine's no big deal lor. I'll sit in front of the computer. In Chinese, they'll say, no, we fuck mo lor. You know, or like, how to say, I'll get rotten in front of the computer. You know, because there's nothing to do. And if I go out there being a single, people will view me as if there's something wrong with me.
Aww.
Yeah, so with that, I actually created a very special event tonight.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, Valentine's Day shouldn't just be about couples going out. It can be, you know, I always give my mom a card on Valentine's Day, and I think we should love everyone every day. But there's nothing wrong, and things are overpriced, so it's better do your own event, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm doing this event so that singles can go there and not being judged.
Not being judged,
You know, that I can still celebrate even though I'm a single.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, any last word from you ladies to people out there who don't know how to love themselves? Can you tell them?
Well,
It's brief. Yeah.
I think it's always very important to give yourself your me time, your personal time, and that includes, you know, self-pampering, indulging in the things you enjoy, and that's how, you know, you can learn to love yourself better.
Datin? It's a short
To
one.
me, it's more allowing yourself to reflect and contemplate. If you try to do it deep in the night, it really helps. You know, when you're alone, and you can appreciate more things
That's a good
around
one.
you.
Thank you so much. And Karen, yourself?
For me, I express a lot through songs.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. All of us have different ways. So, ladies out there, learn to love yourself. Thank you so much, both of you, Karen and Datin, for coming on the show.
Thank
I'll be
you.
continuing my chat with Leona later on. But we'll be going for a very short break. But this is what we have when we come back, so don't go anywhere. There are many things that are made to captivate that special moment in your life. Feel the enjoyment of being outdoors, being comfortable, and most importantly, just being yourself. On top of that, ladies, why not surprise yourself with every girl's best friends? Yes, like Marilyn Monroe said, diamonds are a girl's best friend. Who better to appreciate yourself but you yourself?